Alright everyone, I'm Steve from Chic Mouldings. I'm going to shoot a very quick video today just to show you how we're going to upcycle this table for use in our showroom. It's one that's been painted before, doesn't really matter because we're going to use some Annie Sloan Chalk Paint to go straight over this paint. We're going to bring out some detail by adding some of our Chic Mouldings, and we thought you might like to see the process. So I hope you enjoy the video. Alright, so for this project what we're going to do is we're going to see how much we can get out of one of Annie Sloan's tester pots. We're going to be using Aubusson blue for the legs of this table. For the top we're going to use a tester pot of Annie Sloan graphite. We're going to go for a slate effect, which means we're going to paint the graphite and then we're going to enhance that by using perhaps a mould white, maybe some Paris grey, just to blend it a little bit, just to create that effect so that it looks like a piece of slate rather than just a solid graphite coloured piece of wood. So let's see what we can get out of one of these little tester pots. Here we go. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is stick our mouldings onto the project. You really want to do this before you start painting. The glue that we use for this is a 2-part glue. It's cyanacryla based, which is similar to super glue, but it comes with this activator as well, which speeds the process up dramatically. As a quick demonstration, what you need to do is just add a small amount of the first part of the glue to the back of your moulding. A little spray with the activator, just where you want the moulding to stick. Just align it where you want it to be. Press. Hold it for a couple of seconds. That's all it takes, a couple of seconds. Done. That is on, and it's not going anywhere. So we're going to carry on adding the mouldings, then we'll start painting. Right. Just to demonstrate that one more time, what we do is we take a small amount of the glue. For a larger moulding, you just want to put a few small dots along the length of the moulding itself. You really don't need a lot of this glue because a little bit goes a long way. If you use too much, then it will squidge out the edges and it will just look untidy. So you just want to use a small amount of the glue. Again, squirt it with the activator. This will evaporate off. You're not under real time pressure to do this. It's fine. Once you've sprayed it, you've got a good few seconds to work it. It will evaporate off and it doesn't affect the paint finish at all. So don't worry about that. Again, just to line up where you need to be. I've pre-marked this with a small pencil mark. Press, hold it for a few seconds. It's on, and it's not moving. Okay, on to the rest of it. Okay, so I've got my paint, got my Annie Sloan brush. We're just going to start painting the table now. The mouldings are all on, that's all done. So now the good bit, the painting. As I said before, no prep needed. As long as your table or your pieces you're working on is nice and clean, you can just start painting straight away. No prep, no primer. So here we go. Okay, so now we're ready for our second coat. I've turned the table back up the right way. Little tip, if ever you're painting a piece of furniture, I always turn it upside down just to make sure I get to all the pieces that you can't see, all those little inaccessible areas that you really want to not miss, so that when you're lifting it into a client's car or van later on, you're not looking at it thinking, oh man, I missed that piece. So tip it upside down, paint all those pieces that you would normally miss. Now we've got it back up the right way. Still got plenty of my paint left. We're just going to give it a second coat now and fill in all the bits and pieces that we missed first time around. Right, now I've finished painting the table legs. Paint's dry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paint a coat of Annie Sloan Chalk Paint graphite over the top so we can start making our slate effect on the top of the table. Okay, so I've painted my table my base colour. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of gold effect with some gold leaf to the appliques. So I've got my gold leaf, I've got some size glue which we need to apply the gold leaf. So we're just going to get on with doing that now. Okay, so we've added our gold leaf. We're now going to do a little bit of an effect on the top where we said we were going to make it look like slate. In order to do that, what we're going to use is a little mix of Annie Sloan Chalk Paint Paris Grey, some old white chalk paint as well, and most importantly, a little water sprayer. So what we're going to do is just going to work the surface with a bit of water, blend the colours so that it doesn't look like a block of colour that's blobbed on there. We're actually going to just work it in a little bit. In order to make that easier, what I've done is I've gone ahead and I have given that a sealer coat of wax finish dead flat matte varnish from Polyvine, just to allow me to spread the paint a little bit easier. So we're going to have a crack, see how we get on, and see how we go. Okay, so we've finished our slate effect on the top. Because we're going to use this in our shop, I went ahead and put a little stencil on there just to show that it's for the Annie Sloan Chalk Paint. I've done a little bit of dry brushing just around the edges to give it a little bit of definition on the base. We're just about done. All we're going to do now is we're going to add a little bit of dark wax just again to give it that lovely aged patina. I think we're about done. Alright, we're finished. That's just about it for this project. I've got to say I'm really pleased with the way it's come out. I've added some dark wax to give it that lovely patina. We'll do separate videos for the dark waxing, so don't worry if I just kind of sped through it. There will be more detail if you look at some of our other videos. Using the Annie Sloan Chalk Paint's been a dream. It's lovely stuff to use. It washes out easily, it covers fantastically. This has been a really easy and pleasant project to do. If you want to buy some for yourself for your own projects, you can find it on our website. It's www.chicmouldings.com. We sell all the products that we've used in this project. Hopefully that you've found it useful. Hopefully you can have some fun doing your own projects. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a share or a like. If you're watching this on Facebook, like us. If you want to share us, we appreciate it. By all means, visit the site for some more tips and tricks. See you in the next video.